We are live once again here. This is episode number 227 of Respect the Craft, and we are continuing Titan Week here with one half of the current reigning and defending Titan Championship Wrestling Tag Team Champions. He is a member of the Deadly Sins, Frankie Pickard. Good evening, sir. How's it going?
Oh, oh man, I love it when you say it that way, man. That's that's like music to my ears, man. Just wow.
I'm glad. Again, like I told Adam earlier, and like I've been telling, I want to be on the good side of the deadly sins here. I don't want to cause any issues. So we respect the craft is neutral toward the deadly sins here. So I
Oh,
want
the
to.
title says itself.
So we're good. We're good there. But Frankie, I can imagine. I've seen you in the chat, so I know. I know you've been seeing what's been going on. The last two episodes we just did. We're gonna go straight into that. Your thoughts on the issues now between Daniel Riley and Casey Lycan, because I don't, again, I want to be cordial, but you have a little bit of a hand in what's going on with them right now. Unfortunately, with that brother versus brother situation.
Listen, I mean, you know the crazy part? It all started. Actually, it all started by Casey Lycan. I tried to confront him, and he treated me with so much disrespect. And I was like, cool, all right, whatever, And you just keep going and going and going. It's like watching the Oprah show, and everybody just you get a prize, you get a prize. He's like that. He's like a prize that he just keeps going everywhere. But because of him, and Daniel Riley is going to ride out for his brother and everything else.
Of course, of
So
course.
you're gonna have, this brother gonna ride out. Now, I have no problems with the situation with Daniel Riley. I have no beef with him. But I had a beef with Casey Likens. But what made it everything, I guess, more sweet is when Casey and Daniel Riley wanted to come after the Deadly Sins. They should have just minded their business, but they didn't. But now, look what happened. Daniel Riley, which I had no problem with. I respect Daniel Riley of what he did, what he accomplished. I mean, I had my brother, Ben Castle, went one on one, went to war with Daniel Riley in a street fight match. And every time that I seen them go at it, and when I saw them go crazy, I looked closely at Daniel Riley's face and I said, this guy's enjoying it. I was like, he gets it. Now, KC Lycan, he probably not going to get it. He probably would never will. Who knows? But Daniel Riley got it. He got he got the dream. He got the idea of what the Deadly Sins is. He didn't even know it. But then when it came down to it, the stipulation was if the throne beat me or beat any of the sins, they can get any choice of their match. They can either go for the tag team belts. They can even fight whoever didn't sends in there. But KC, you won. Congratulations. You beat Blocks. I still think that was a cheater quote that you tried to do on my brother Blocks. But hey, a win is a win, right? I don't know if he paid off the referee. I don't know what's going on. The referee was kind of weird with him, but
Yeah, I've been seeing that a lot. A lot of people are saying the referee was a little weird in the situation. So again, I'll stay neutral to the situation. I unfortunately was
exactly
not there, so I did not
right,
see what
right.
occurred.
But okay. Congratulations, KC. You won. You won one match from the Daily Sins. But then you had Daniel Riley. Daniel Riley could have picked anybody, but he had to go one on one with me, the most dangerous fighter, the most dangerous striker in all sports entertainment. You want to go against me? Out of all the people, I'm probably by far the most dangerous and the most destructive person you ever want to go toe to toe with. But Daniel Riley wanted to find out, and look what happened. He's part of Deadly Sins. Now I get it. He keeps saying that he's not part of Deadly Sins, and Casey trying to figure out. He's trying to call, "Hey Billy, Billy, Billy," that type of stuff. But
See, but
Billy,
I hate to interrupt you, but from what we've seen in the interview with Daniel Riley, it almost seems like KC is just let it happen now. He's telling Daniel Riley he should have just walked off. Like, he's not even trying to attempt to even get this match on Saturday to be shut down. Daniel Riley attempted to. I don't know if he should have, but again, that's a different conversation between you and him. But
right?
the
But it,
fact that KC has not tried to intervene in this situation, it feels like KC again is just making that rift even bigger now.
see, I mean, if it was like KC, if the shoes was reversed, I'm pretty sure KC is like a deal's a deal. Daniel Riley probably would have came the same way how KC's doing, but KC probably would have said a deal is a deal. I lost. Let's move forward. No, because he already know if he didn't follow the procedures, he wouldn't have a job.
And this is what, again, we were starting to see a lot in the comments. Casey kept saying, "Oh, Daniel should have just left." It's like, how are you going to want? Because Daniel Riley said it on the interview. They've put so much work to get to Titan to just throw away the Titan spot, to throw away his opportunity. Just seems a little selfish, Frankie. What are your thoughts on that?
So, what caught my interest is I don't know if you saw the last video. There was a promo that came out. The Daily Sense was in the room. We was up there, and then KC walks right in, and he's gripping up his own brother. And then he tried to grip me up. Oh, I'll challenge any other Daily Sins, any match, anything like that. I was like, oh, cool. You came in here as a big man, and all right, cool. You want any sin? Anybody, cool. Daniel Riley. See, that's the problem that I have with KC. He came in and he run his mouth. He put his foot in his own mouth. If he would have just minded his business, the Dilly Sins could have did bigger and better things. But no, you came in and you want to face any of the Daily Sins. Stipulation, any match. Cool. Street fight match. You versus Daniel Wright. Now look on my face. I'm sitting there, it was like, he's gonna back out. KC ain't gonna fight his own brother. But then when KC said bet, I said, oh, this is getting juicy. What?
Again, I saw in the chat earlier, it didn't seem like Casey has any remorse of wanting to fight him this weekend. It doesn't seem like he's stopping this. Again, we saw a lot of it's because of him that Daniel Riley has had success in the past. It's because of him that Daniel Riley is even in Titan. So it's a lot of Casey Lycan is showing us maybe, I guess, his true colors all of a sudden.
Don't get me wrong, KC he is definitely a good wrestler. He could be a good Rey Mysterio one day. Uh, Daniel Riley is the monster. Let's just put it all out there. He's the monster. He is the beast of the throne. For KC Likens to actually put it out there and say that I brung him in to this and that, it's like, who do that, man? That's your brother. Why would you say all that?
It's very mind-boggling again. But before we continue here, I want to acknowledge the chat just a little bit here. We got the boss man himself, Billy Fetsky, saying not even saying hello on this one. Come on, Billy. You can be nice
Billy,
to Frankie. Like,
how you want to treat your friends? How you want to do that? Like, see,
again, I I'll be
don't worry,
talking to
Billy.
Billy tomorrow. I'll have Billy tomorrow. He'll be here at 9 p.m. tomorrow night. So again, if anyone would like to stop by and be in the chat for that one, that will be tomorrow night, 9
Don't,
p.m. with
don't
Mr.
worry,
Fetsky.
Billy. Your secret is safe with me. I
See,
got you,
see
bro.
again, I'm gonna ask Billy about that because both Adam and Daniel are saying some things like that. So it's a little interesting to see that relationship with Billy. But
Listen,
we got Nettie, brother this, brother that, shaking my. It is, but that's what it is. We thought they were as close as brothers, but it's looking like very different scenario now. It's a little sad. It's a little sad.
yeah, man, I'm emotional. I'm heartbroken right now, man. I'm trying not to cry about this because this is like It's sad to see two brothers all going at each other. But let's look at the bigger picture. Would you want to stay on the same level, or would you want to achieve and go to the next level?
See, and that's what I even said with Adam. That again, already technically by Freebird rules, if it were, Daniel Riley currently holds gold. The whole group are currently holding those TCW tag team titles.
Mm-hmm.
So it's already elevated his spot in Titan tenfold.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So again, I can't disagree with the results. I can disagree a little bit with the methods. Again, just trying to stay neutral toward everyone. But the results have spoken for themselves when it comes to this. So
Pretty much.
let's keep it here. He does. We got Adam saying Frankie Pickard got the one hitter quitter with those sharp elbows.
Yeah,
It's
man.
all it takes. It's
That's
all it
it.
takes sometimes. It's
That's
all it
it.
takes. Oh,
And
but look at this. We got Ben Castle in the chat, Frankie. Well, hello. Hello. We
that's
got
it.
Ben Castle. What's going on, Ben? What's going on?
What I'm saying right there. We're stronger. We're stronger together. Anybody can fight their own battles and stuff. We just don't like. We just don't like when somebody like to throw wrenches or anything at the Deadly Sins. You want to do that. I guarantee you, the family is going to have each other's backs.
Understood. Understood. Again, that's why I ask certain things. I try to keep it as cordial as possible. I would not like to throw any wrenches in that. Again, I see how strong the foundation is between the sins, so we're not gonna attempt that here. This is a very neutral and unbiased podcast, but we're gonna go to this. We got now Daniel. You know you want to be best buds with Frankie, but
Of
again,
course.
it kind of makes sense though. Again, with the results. I feel like, especially with what his own brother is showing to him, I think the deal's a little sweeter now with the Deadly Sins.
Oh
Like
yeah,
you
without
guys
a
are
doubt.
all for the success of everyone here. It isn't because of us you're now on top. It's a we all win scenario instead of what Casey Lycan is showing. Everyone now is true colors and saying me to his own brother here, Daniel Riley.
Daniel Riley, you got it. We're not going to interfere in your match. We wouldn't do that. Now, if Billy tells us to go out there, we can't cross the boss. You know, Billy, let's just put it out there. Billy is part of the Deadly Sins. But, y'all don't like it. Hashtag blame Billy.
Well then, I I'm gonna again have to talk to Billy about that tomorrow because that's interesting. So okay, well then. So
Everybody's
now
saying it.
again, I understand, but now from that, oh here we go. We got Billy answering already. We don't have to wait till tomorrow. I am not a fucking deadly sin. Well then,
Listen, Billy, everybody's seen it. Everybody's seen it. It's all out there. They saw me and you talking. They saw me and you exchange papers. They saw me and you shake hands. Hell, we was talking like we was in school with afros and platforms. Come on, Billy. Stop,
I
stop.
unfortunately I have to say I also I saw things. I saw
Yeah,
it was there, Billy. My apologies. It's there. It's on the media. You know how they say if it happens on the internet, it must be true. That's usually
exactly.
it's usually how it works.
Exactly.
Again, so just saying, language, Billy. This is true. They are there might be children watching this show, so let's keep the language a little bit at a little more proper here. Ben Castle saying Daniel Riley, I'll show up when I damn well please. I do what I want. You need to focus on what's best for you, and what's best for is for you to embrace your fucking sins. See, now you got Ben cursing here. We got to stop cursing, guys.
Listen,
We gotta be proper.
listen. I can't control what Ben Castle do, man. His rage, his wrath, he had he. I keep telling Ben, I was like, sometimes you gotta control your attitude, but we all get it, he's on a mission. Ben Castle, uh He's feeling the same way that we're feeling. That's the reason why the Deadly Sins is all together.
And again, I was telling Adam, and I don't know if this is a good thing, but I'm starting to understand a little more why the Sins do what they have to do, and it's starting to be a lot more understandable and a little bit like I'm starting to see it clearer now, and I don't know if that's a good thing. I
It's
don't
a
know if
good
that's
thing. You know, it's always a good thing. Like KC Likens, I see he's up there talking about all the sins can get smacked.
again. Why he's been hostile in every single one of my chats today.
Because
Come
man,
on, Casey Lakin, we got to be. It's
that's all right there. So much animosity, so much anger for what? Like we all see the truth. We see you, KC. We
it's.
see you.
Oh, we got Billy saying, "Tell the truth from what are on those papers." Ooh, so
Listen, man.
what were on those papers, Frankie? Can you let us know, or is this to be determined? What
Okay,
are on those
so
papers?
here's the thing. All right, you want to know what's on that papers, right? Everybody wants to know what's on that papers. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it. I'm actually going to give it to Blocks because Blocks have a message to say, and I'm going to give it to Blocks, and he's going to spill all the tea. March the 9th, he's going to spill all the tea. So you need to watch and be prepared. What he had to say about them papers.
Oh, then again,
I can't tell him. Can't say it.
this
Billy
is why
knows.
you have to be in the building. That is forthcoming. That will be this Saturday. So this is another reason. Get your tickets. Get your tickets to be there, and also be there for Danger Zone. Be there earlier for the tapings. It's gonna be a good time because that now leads us perfectly to this match right here that I want to get your thoughts on, Frankie, because you guys will be defending those TCW Tag Team Championships against two standouts from the Free for All that will be happening earlier in the day. And you've been scouting, Frankie. You've been seeing who's come out of that free for all. You've seen what it can produce. So your
Mhm.
thoughts on there's a lot of possibilities that could happen on Saturday when it comes to who he could possibly be facing because you never know. We talked about it last night with Monster Mac. It could be young, hungry, aspiring professional wrestlers getting into the business, deciding, hey, this is a perfect opportunity here. Let me get in. Or maybe, who knows, it could be a vet that decides, let me get scouted. Let's see what happens. So
Hey
your
man,
thoughts on what could happen on Saturday?
it can come. Anybody can come, all shapes and sizes. You know, it could be Hornswoggle. It could be anybody. It could be Rey Mysterio. It could be Casey dressed up as a Mickey Mouse. It could be anybody. I mean,
Not
anything that could happen.
not Casey as a Mickey Mouse though.
Yeah,
Come
it was
on.
right there. Him and a Mickey Mouse getup. Can you see that right there? You know, but either way.
Oh man, that
But
is that is insane.
actually, all they had to do, all they had to basically not do, but just let everybody know on notice that me and Blocks, uh, we're not here to play. We're here to take over everything. We're here to change Titans, reformat Titans in a way that nobody never seen before. We are here to destroy anybody that gets into our way. So, by that being said, any standouts that's coming to the free for all, and there will be the number one contestants to get this straight ass kicking that me and Blocks have to give to y'all, then hey, by all means. I just wanted to let everybody know is I hope I hope y'all hungry, and I hope that this is what y'all want. If it's not, then you're in the wrong business.
Well then, that is going to be again what will be happening this Saturday. If you guys haven't already, make sure you're getting those tickets. You're in the building. Get there early because again, it will be those tapings for Danger Zone that will feature a lot of great Titans. Also, a lot of the standouts that are coming out of that free for all earlier in the day. But then later in the night, make sure you have your tickets for another level, a stacked event, top
so
to bottom.
so
That
this one I want to say.
yeah,
Now you saw all three. All three is combined together to make such a heavy comment, a statement, as you say, a freaking statement. March the 9th. It's going to be bigger. I mean, what can you say? You're going to have a lot of people that's going to come and climb up a mountain to get to the top, to get to different, not just one company, but there's so many other companies that's coming. And then you have the TV tapings that is going to be aired on YouTube. It's going to be free. And it's not like we're doing tapings behind that it's just wrestlers only. No, the fans is going to come out. The fans is going to come out and see great stuff. And then later on, you have a show. So if you want to stay, you you definitely get your money's worth. So you'll actually pay for that show. It's great. All three different categories, but it's all in one. Titans done change. Now it's not because, yes, I agree. This year is definitely a savage era, but it's also a sins era, the dawn of the sins. So it could be the savage and the dawn of the sins. Who knows? This is a massacre that's happening this year. 2024, 24 is the destruction and the rebuild of Titans.
So, okay, that 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 scares me a little bit because I can imagine that still means that the message here is to again rebuild it in a sins image. Then that's a little alarming.
So this is how the Sims is built. Okay,
Understood.
the Sims is built this way. A lot of people that you done seen, how many fans that come up there and say, "Hey, good job, man. And that was a great match. That was the best match and everything else." How many times that you started in the school, a great school, and then they just keep going past, and somebody just whatever comes in and whatever they just surpass you. They didn't do nothing. They didn't do all the hard built, but they surpassed you. But you have to follow by the books. That's me. I follow by the books, the rules. Wrestling don't know. Wait, you already heard the quote. Wrestling don't owe you shit. Well, to me, in my eyes, wrestling owes me a lot. Owes the Sins a lot. Wrestling owes a lot of people a lot. And this time, we're not following the rules. This time, we're not going to stay by the book. We're going to take what we want and we're just going to get it. And after that, we can just sit back, drink, and have a party and stuff like that because this is what we do. We live in the world of this is what we do. We take it and we run with it. Billy understands that. That's the reason why Billy loves us.
Again, that remains to be seen. Just a little bit. We're gonna try to get to the bottom of that tomorrow. We're gonna have our sit down here with Billy. We're gonna try to understand. Um, we're gonna try to understand that a little more. Hopefully, we can get to the bottom of that. But here we go. We got Ben Castle saying, "Everyone drown in their sins, but we embrace them." And we've
Exactly.
seen that. We've seen that. And again, little by little, I'm starting to understand what that really means. What is currently happening. And like I said, I can't blame you guys for feeling if you felt disrespected in certain ways and having to now take that in your own hands to do
What's
what
it?
is right for you guys.
Exactly. There you go. There you go. It start.
Again,
Yeah, the clock is kick. Yeah, I can see all in your head. The clock is ticking. It's it's rolling.
I don't know if that's a good thing. I'm going to be real with you. Again, we've had a few combos with Deli Sins members today, and more I'm starting to understand just a little bit more of what you
That's
guys are.
because you're starting to embrace. See, yeah, you're starting to embrace. You might not know that you're embracing it already.
Oh, then. Um, Again, before this continues, we're gonna remind everyone about the great opportunities, the great stacked day that is going to be Saturday. Make sure you are there. The free for all that begins at 8 a.m. And again, look at that registration price. It is going to be free. So again, if you
Right.
are a trained competitor, make your way of all levels as well. Make your way. It is a great opportunity. So many promotions, scouting, so many opportunities. You never know what could happen. You look at again that poster right there. 3 of the 4 started through that free for all like there. And you look at that. 3 of the 4 right there. You got PJ Savage, who was a part of that first one, now holding the TCW and Funhouse Wrestling heavyweight championships. You have Jocko as your middleweight champion there. Another first round, first of the fall of the free for alls there. Daniel Alexander currently holding that light, and again, part of that free for all. And then you have that Deadly Sins representation, one half of those TCW tag team champions with Frankie there. And I have to ask you, Frankie, because I mentioned this to Adam. He gave me a little bit of a laugh, but I can imagine you'll be there, possibly even scouting maybe the next member of the Sins.
Could be. Who knows?
Again, I don't want to
But
give
it's
away
all.
your plans, but
Yeah,
it's a
man, I'm not gonna do
possibility.
that. It's like I said. It's all up to Billy. You know,
Uh,
it's whatever Billy, whatever Billy wants to do, it's all up to Billy. We're just enjoying the ride.
See, so now I kind of want to ask. So is Billy this for the wrestling cliche? Is Billy the higher power here of the Sins, or is
I,
that to for us to find out? I guess the best way to say it.
I guess like everything that's going on in the circuit of how come the Daily Sins can is basically getting a lot of opportunities. You know, they think that's like weird. You think I'm going to Monster Mac for all people? Like, come on, like Monster Mac. You know, Monster Mac. You want a piece of Frank? I'm right here. But besides that, he's behind the desk now. It makes me sad because he was one of the guys that I wanted to face before he hang up his boots. But uh,
Well, I still would be careful what you say about General Manager Matt because I don't think his boots are up yet. So you
uh,
gotta be a little mindful, Frankie. Just a little piece of advice.
no,
Again,
I'm being
being
as
neutral.
much mindful as it is because I
Just
want that old Monster Mac back. I want that Monster Mac with the heavy, like the Hit Squad Monster Mac.
again, it's as again as a friend here. I think we're cool. We're good. Just giving a little piece of advice. I don't know if you want that. Again, just little piece of advice. Just
Why
a little.
not? I mean, everybody had opportunities to go against Monster Mac. Even PJ Savage, you know the Savage era. He done built his way up to the top. But yet and still, everybody else did. But the Daily Sense is getting looked over again. But Billy understands it. So Billy, everything is up to you, man, because you are part of the Sins. You know, you are our fearless leader.
Well then, again, like I said, tomorrow we'll get Billy's input on that. But when it comes to again, we've heard your thoughts on what's happening with that situation when it comes to brother versus brother, an unfortunate scenario. But
Yes.
I do have to ask this again because you said you saw it when Daniel Riley faced Ben Castle, but what was it that you saw? What was it that made you decide? You know what, him being in the Deadly Sins will be perfect. Because what is it for you guys that makes you see, like even with the Arsenal, with Adam Ace, what was it that made you see this would be perfect to bring into the Sins?
Um, their strive. Um, they're like me. You know me. I'm like a fighter. I love to fight. It gives me happiness. But just to see somebody else enjoying and loving what they like to do and actually bring out their full potentials. Because let's just say this: if you're going to be under somebody's rules and whatever case may be, you're not being 100%. You're just going to do like a 50 or maybe a 25% of your tapped in abilities. But when you're in the sins, you can let it all out. You can go to your max. You can go even higher. This is what the sins is all about.
Gotcha. Again, understood. Again, I just wanted to get the clear answer to it, um, just to see what is it that you saw in both competitors there, and both great talent. So
Daniel Riley willing to do everything on this line, including his life. When him and Ben Castle, and like I said, Ben Castle is my best friend. He is my brother from another mother, and to see the stuff that Ben Castle did, he was willing to put his life on the line for a company that he loves. Um, Wrestling, professional wrestling, independent wrestling. He willing to put his body on the line. He willing to put everything on the line. As I saw the same thing with Daniel Riley, but I saw something even more. But I'm still waiting. I'm still analyzing Daniel Riley. You know, he's still trying to hold back because of the love of KC. And you know, Daniel, you done heard it yourself. I was watching your the podcast, and you know, I don't think KC like and cares too much about you right no more, man. And
unfortunately, we saw it here. I had to read the comments. I had to read and just see
that,
those true colors come out here on the podcast, and it's a
like just think,
little it's a little heartbreaking. Just a
just
little bit.
think about it. I just wanted to ask. Now, somebody was playing Ben Castle's daughter around and stuff, and I just wanted to ask questions. Now, all thing KC should have did was answer the questions, but no, he wanted to be uh, a little man in a big pond, and once again, he got his foot in the mouth. And now look what happened. Look what happened. And now it's heartbreaking. It's sad for me just to see two brothers because I know how that feels. I feel hurt if the daily sins will break, it will fall apart. I will hurt. I will be hurt because they are my brothers. And of course, you know, brothers like to fight. We fight each other regardless. And that's exactly what's supposed to be between Daniel Riley and KC. But it seems like it's a little deeper with KC. That's just my thing. I have brothers. Do you have a brother and sister?
I do.
Okay, so when situations like that, would you want to go in and fight your sister, your
I
brother or sister?
see. I Even if we did, I would not want to throw in their face. I did this for you.
Right,
Like it just
right.
it's adding fuel to the fire here that was not needed when Daniel Riley is trying to alleviate the situation. So it's a lot of misunderstandings, I would assume. A lot of just frustration building.
Hmm.
Um it's yeah, there's a
Quite
lot going
frankly,
on
how I
here.
looked at it, I think that KC wanted this to happen a long time ago.
I I hate to agree, but we might have a point there. But we're gonna go in the comments here before we start wrapping this up because we got Ben Castle saying this. Unfortunately, this is bullshit. Daniel Riley is full of sin, but he's no brother of mine. I guess because of the pullback a little bit. Ben Castle still maybe is a little hesitant to fully embrace Daniel Riley into the sins, which is understandable because Daniel Riley, I don't know if he wants to be a deadly sin currently. So maybe it's still some time for him to adjust to everything. I would assume.
Ben, it all takes time. You taught me that yourself. It takes time. You start realizing, and once you see the full potential, you done witness a sample of what Daniel Riley can do. You done went to war. You should know. It's an old uh, Japanese saying. I think a warrior saying that you won't know your opponent not unless you fight your opponent. After you get done fighting your opponent, then you know everything that you need to know about your opponent.
Got you. Understood. And here we go. We got Ben saying it there. We will see live Saturday. So understood. But also we got Block saying something right here. Let's read this. I went from being disrespected by Titan management, being told I'm on the chopping block, no pun intended, to dominating at Titan and putting Titan on my back in North Carolina. guess what? It was the eye-opening message from the Deadly Sins that motivated me enough to get there because Titan doesn't respect hard work. It's who you know, and what we have now changed that. Wait, what you have?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then okay. We're gonna keep that to a future discussion because that now opens the doors to a lot of other conversations. But on that note, before we start wrapping this up, I want to remind everyone, if they haven't already, make sure you are following Titan on all their social media right there. Follow them on Instagram, Titan Championship Wrestling. Follow them on Twitter right there at Titan Champions One. Follow Frankie on his Instagram right there as well, Frankie Pickard 30. All the links for his social media and to get your tickets for this Saturday are going to be in the link in the description down below. Don't forget, this Saturday, it starts 8 a.m. with the free for all. It continues later in the afternoon with the tapings with Danger Zone. And then it concludes with the amazing show that will be another level Saturday night. Frankie, thank you so much again for joining us
I
here.
got
It's
I
always a
got one more
pleasure.
thing to say,
Yep.
real quick.
Floor is yours.
If you're not following Respect the Craft, then you're stupid. But that's all I have to say. Embrace your
Hey,
sins.
I can't disagree with that. So thank you so much, everyone that is watching. We will see you at 9 p.m. as I'll be joined by Dr. Sleep, Anthony Gangone, to end Titan Week for tonight. And then we are back tomorrow with a whole nother set of episodes. But till then, guys, as always, don't forget to be wise, be genuine, be real, be better people, respect the craft, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.